They're bringing a torch. Hold on.
That is a beautiful That's a promised land cake.
It looks like art.
Looks like art. So sophisticated. Man, that's
Cameraman, get that cigar on the top right.
I said disrespectful, son.
Do you feel like this is happening because of that? Because listen to this. I really think this is about his success. I think that's the real reason behind it. What, Ross? You think 50? I feel like 50 might be getting ready to push that button. But I don't know, I really don't. And I think that's exactly why he hasn't dropped the record with Max yet. He wanted to wait and see. He knows Max is cool with French. He knows French don't mess with Ross, so he was watching, trying to see what move Max was gonna make. And now I feel like 50 might press that paperwork button on Max. We'll see, though. We'll see, because Fifth hasn't said anything yet. He hasn't dropped the record either. He still hasn't dropped it. And what's interesting is, he talked about the other situation with Epstein, but he hasn't touched this one. And he knows how this goes. Put it like this, Fat Joe messes with Jew, but 50 is still cool with Fat Joe. You see what I'm saying? Jew was more of an enemy to 50 than Ross ever was. That's the wild part. Because remember, Ken started beefing with 50 over Fat Joe. Now Fat Joe is cool with 50, but Ken and 50 still don't rock. Yeah, they still don't. And on top of that, 50 was just in Miami with Pistol Pete yesterday. He was just there. So like I said, it's certain people he chooses to deal with. And from what I was told, Yayo actually helped Max with lawyer money back when Max was fighting his case. Yayo and Max are really close. And let's not forget, Max and French got the #1 song in America right now. They got real motion. I'm talking real motion. He and French are literally sitting on the top record right now. But let me ask you this. Do you think Max knows about the Rick Ross and 50 Cent situation? Of course he does. So do you think he just doesn't care? Like he's saying, why would I? Because he already went there. They French went there first. The French live in Miami now. The French were invited. They already had a song with Ross. French had been talking about that on other platforms, in the studio. Then they went, shot the video with Ross, and the next day it was up. And I'm not the only one who noticed. Go look at the comments. Somebody dropped the 50 Cent meme. That means people wanted 50 to see it. That's the era we're in. People love drama, so they tagged 50 on purpose. They wanted a reaction. And what's he gonna do? If he responds, he responds. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But like I said, he's cool with Fat Joe, and Fat Joe is cool with other people too. It's layers to this. The real thing is, 50 hasn't really done anything for Max since Max came home. He didn't give Max any bread. He didn't put Max in a position the way he did Big Meech and Big Meech's son and all that. Like, let's be real. He did a lot for them. He paid for Big Meech's son to go to acting school, put him in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? He invested in them, and that's different. Yeah, he didn't give Max $1, not a dime, so Max doesn't owe him any loyalty. And I'm not saying that as I rock with Meech or anything like that. I'm just saying he looked out for the family, the mom, everybody. I just want real feedback here. Let's keep it real. Let's really keep it real. Take Max out of this for a second, right? We've all seen 50 do more for less. You feel me? So that's what I'm asking. To who, though? To multiple people, including Big Meech himself. And that matters because, as I said, he invested in Big Meech. Most of the people around 50, put it like this, I'll give you Slow. Slow came up under 50. 50 brought Slow into investing. When you invest in someone or y'all got a deeper bond, especially if I've looked out for you financially or taken care of your child, then you go mess with my ops, yeah, that's different. But it's not like Max was signed. I feel like if he was going to come at Fab, he'd come at Max too. But look at Fab. What did 50 do for Fab? He took him on tour and put money in his pocket, real money. He put him on tour, and Fab even said it himself. People were talking about Fab being up in the bank, and 50 said both of them were washed. That's his words. He said they washed, no motion. But I'll say this personally, myself. I can't call Max a rat over that paperwork. I gotta keep it real. That's just me. If the case went to trial, blew up, and somehow I'm back in court and they want me to agree to what was already proven, what you want me to do, sit another 45 years? Nah, I'm out. That's not ratting to me. I think he got lucky. He got a deal. You pulled the trigger, they got you. It's over. You should have taken the plea when they offered you 30 from the gate. You stood tall and lost. I don't think you can come back years later, cop out, and agree to what was already proven, then turn around and call him a rat. If he was going to tell, he would have told at the beginning. And you know me, I don't mind saying it. I even had a conversation with Max about this when he was up here. All you got to do is prove this, that, and the third. I don't got no dog in the fight. I'm just speaking. Heart of legend, what's good? I'm just saying, it's the same situation. You calling somebody a rat 12 years later for copping out after trial? Come on. I personally heard Max and Pooh on the phone together. That's real. And this was after Max already gave back the time. I'm not even talking about Pooh, because he's going to feel how he feels. Pooh is going to say, yeah, Max, I'm keeping it real with you. But here's the part people don't know. I never even told you this. They were calling me to get in touch with Black because Pooh expected Max to give him some bread when Max came home. And I don't know how people think that works. Why would Max give you money after you were trying to kick his back in? You should have just played your position.